Welcome to Angel and Fairy Insights. I'm Courtney Long, angel communicator and fairy expert, and I'm so excited to see what the angels and fairies want us to know for this week. I'm working with the Life Purpose Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, and I'm just feeling very strongly that there's a very strong message about life purpose coming in for today. So I'm calling on the divine. I already have a card calling on the divine God, source, spirit, universe, our angels and fairies asking for guidance. What is really helpful and important for us to know? Oh my gosh. First card that comes up is sensitivity. Sensitivity, and you can see all these sparkles of light all around this beautiful woman in the card. And it says you're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. And we are going through tremendous vibrational shifts. Oh my goodness, you might be feeling more sensitive than ever. Raise your hand if you are. And that could be emotionally sensitive. It could be sensitive to energy. And it could also be sensitive to the fact that, or sensitive to anything that's not in alignment in your life. So if you're not fully living your life purpose, if you're not fully embodying your authentic self, if you're not totally in alignment with your soul, something feels off with your health or your happiness or your relationships or your environment where you live. If something feels off, you're going to feel it now more than ever, because what the angels are showing me is they're showing me almost like an eruption within the earth. It's like your own, what do I want to say, like the fabric of your life is starting to almost shake from beneath you to help you to make these changes. So in the past, we could have possibly ignored things that were out of alignment and just been like, oh, well, I'll just deal with it. Now it's just not possible. Your self-care is of utmost importance. Your life purpose is of utmost importance. And the angels and fairies, they're like blowing you kisses. They're so sweet. And they're saying, be honest with yourself. You already know what your path is. You know what your purpose is. You know the changes you're being guided to make. And now they're showing me, this is so sweet. They showed me soldiers like marching, and then they changed it into toy soldiers just to make it more playful. So it's kind of like, get to it, you know, march forward. And how fitting, it's March right now. March forward and make the changes you're being guided to make. And they're saying, do it with a joyful heart and a happy heart. And they're saying, enjoy the sweetness of the journey. They're showing me lots of candy. That's so funny. They're not promoting eating tons of candy, but what they're showing is a metaphor of the sweetness of life. So it's like, enjoy the sweetness of life. You're here to drink in the nectar of life and of the universe. So it's about following your passion and being really good to yourself and sweet to yourself, honoring your sensitivity. And this might mean avoiding harsh environments. It might mean taking a break from the world for a little while, going into nature, taking a vacation, doing more meditation to go within and really integrate these vibrational shifts that we're going through. And they are showing a lot of energy going within, whether it's journaling or holding, you know, some kind of ceremony for yourself, or reflecting on your life, being, just enjoying life, being the present moment. So I would love to hear from you. Please share below the video if you've been feeling more sensitive and what you are being guided to do to honor your sensitivity. And they're just saying you are exactly where you need to be. It's all perfect, even though there's some things that seem chaotic right now or seem maybe a little unsettled, if you might feel that way a little. That's part of the ground beneath us kind of rumbling in order to help us to make these powerful changes. And I can tell things are rumbling because the whole card deck fell, and that card is falling. Anyhow, it's a really powerful time right now, and it's all perfect. So they're saying, shine your light in your heart. Just stay centered in your heart. Stay centered in love, and remember that love is what matters. It's so interesting. Just little side note. The fairies shared this really beautiful message last week in my fairy meditation circle, and we have a private Facebook group where I do these fairy channelings. And the fairies were saying there is no such thing as fear. It's like everything is love. It's just we can lose our awareness of love. And so, you know, we often say like, choose love, not fear. And the fairies were like, forget the fear. Just be in love. Just be who you are. Emanate light from your heart. So little tip from the fairies. Second card, I love this one. This has been coming up a lot lately. Author. I think this actual card came up not too long ago. It says, you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. And this is also to celebrate you if you have been writing, whether it's journaling or, you know, writing, expressing yourself. through even like sharing with friends and family, through social media posts, or if you've written a book or you're writing a book, they're saying celebrate that energy and celebrate yourself. Celebrate the divine messages you're being given. And if you're not being guided to write, see what this card means to you, because it's very much a message of self-expression, sharing messages in the world, sharing wisdom. And if you think of it, you are this instrument of love and light in the world and wisdom in the world, and you're being guided to share that wisdom. And it could be with your family, it could be with people you help in the community, it could be with clients, it could be with the whole world. Whatever you're being guided to do, take it to the next step. They're saying next notch. Like, take it up a notch. You are ready, and people are ready for your messages. So don't be scared if you feel like your messages are really out there, wild and wacky. What I've found in my journey of teaching over the last decade, or actually 2 decades, but especially decade in this particular format, what I've found is that the wilder and wackier the messages are, the more they speak to people's soul, the more they resonate with people. So we're all, wanting to fit in, and we all want to be loved and accepted, but you don't have to worry about that if you're delivering a divine message. This is not about you, it's about the message that's coming through. It's about you being, really being there for the divine to deliver the message. So it reminds me of my friend Richard Seaman. He talks about spiritual reliability, being reliable for God, being reliable for the divine and for the messages that come through. Are you committed to being that messenger in the world? Woohoo! And the angels, that's awesome. The angels do their little victory arms. Mwah, and blow you lots and lots of kisses. Okay, so let me see if there's anything else. They're just saying, it's like kind of a short and sweet message this week. It's like, you know what to do. Keep going, march forward, work with this energy. We're building up to springtime, so there's a really powerful energy, and they're showing me a cyclone or a tornado, like propelling you forward and buoying you forward. So work with that energy. This week feels like it's super important to take action and don't stop. I mean, of course, rest when you need to rest, but it's like, whoo, just keep going forward, taking action, and enjoying yourself along the way. So I'd love to hear from you what this message means to you. Honor your sensitivity and author. Bring forward this book that's inside of you, maybe many books or some form of self-expression, and ask the angels for help and the fairies for help. They just gave you a big high five. It's like you're a team. They want to help you, and they love you so, so very much. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. And special invitation, if you're feeling guided to raise your vibration and you feel maybe intrigued by the fairies, the nature angels, they are wanting to help us more powerfully than ever this year, and they've guided me to create a fairy meditation circle that is available online or in person in Phoenix, Arizona. We meet on Facebook regularly, and we meet once a month for a very powerful guided meditation, a journey into the fairy realm for lots of healing, subconscious block clearing, and raising of our vibration. So check that out. It's at CourtneyLongAngels.com/fairy circle, and you can also see the link in the description below the video. So I'm sending you lots of love for your week. Tell your family and friends how much you love them this week. It's so important to share messages of love right now. And I love you, and I appreciate you so, so much. Have a beautiful week, and I'll talk to you soon.